Greetings, my name is Clauneck, and I welcome you to the Temple of Clauneck. It's the final day of the Gregorian year, and tomorrow marks a new year, 2026. Therefore, in some sense, it's the perfect time, the perfect day for a dedication ritual. For those of you who are seeking to work with Clauneck, or who have been working for some time with Clauneck, and are looking for a way to significantly increase your connection to Clauneck, thereby bringing wealth and prosperity, riches in 2026. The 1st of January would be the best day to carry out this ritual. Of course, this ritual can be done any day, whether it's 2026, 2027, or whenever you may be watching this video. However, I'm posting this on the 31st of December, 2025. For those who are able to watch this on the 1st of January and actually carry out this ritual. So this is a dedication ritual. It's a simple one that you can do any day, once, to simply dedicate yourself to the accumulation of riches using the help and aid of Clauneck. This is essentially a dedication. You're dedicating yourself to work with Clauneck over the next year. So if you actually do this on the 1st of January, it's until the 1st of January 2027. If you for some reason do it on the 1st of July, that's okay too. But no, the dedication is for 1 year. However, you can of course choose to continue if you wish. Your connection to Clauneck and your riches will only increase. So, if you're ready to dedicate yourself to significantly multiplying your income in 2026, to gain financial freedom with the aid of Clauneck, you can do this ritual. So to do the ritual, all you will need, it's a very simple ritual, all you will need is some wine or some alcohol of your choice. If you do not drink alcohol, that's okay. You can use grape juice or another alternative to represent the wine or alcohol. That's completely okay. Next, you need a piece of paper on which you write, I dedicate myself for the next 365 days to the accumulation of riches with the aid of Clauneck. Flip the paper around, and at the back you must write, I choose to dedicate myself to working regularly with Clauneck over the next year, thereby allowing Clauneck to bring riches into my life. So you will have this piece of paper ready. You should also have a candle with you. It can simply be a white candle or a green candle to represent wealth. Next, you need the sigil of Clauneck, either printed out or drawn on a piece of paper with your own hand. If you draw it, that's better. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can also print it out. However, I've noticed when you actually put the energy into making something, it becomes more magical. So now, all you need to do is have these things ready on a small altar or a table. Make sure you're undisturbed. And you start by clapping your hands 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you state that the temple is now open. You light the candle. You look at Clauneck's sigil. You stare at it for a few minutes, focusing on your breath as well to create a relaxed state. And now you chant Clauneck's enchant, which is Avalan Esen Clauneck Kiar. You do that over and over, generating some energy and calling upon Clauneck. Maybe even visualizing the year ahead, the money you wish to earn. Next, you will carry out the barbarous names of Clauneck, which are actually enclosed below in the description box of this video. If you check the description box, you will see the barbarous names. You will chant those barbarous names just once from top to bottom. Now, this is the point in which you may feel the presence of Clauneck in the room, or perhaps you may feel it earlier, or perhaps you might feel nothing. That's okay. Perhaps you might even see something. But afterwards, after you chant this, you may even state for Clauneck to appear in a friendly, peaceful, and pleasant manner. And now, you speak out the intention that you want for the next year to grow your riches or whatever it might be. You show Clauneck, when I mean show, I mean lift up the piece of paper which you've written down the intention. Place it in front of you as if you're showing somebody in front of you, whether you see somebody or not, and you turn around 360 degrees as if you're showing this paper around the room, both sides, and you read out that intention. You place it on Clauneck's sigil, and then you take the cup of wine or whatever beverage you have, and you tell Clauneck that this is the offering of promise to dedicate yourself over the next 365 days. Place the glass or chalice of wine or whatever beverage on Clauneck's sigil on top of the piece of paper with your intention on it. Sit down and meditate just for a little while to see if you get any messages or tips as to what you can do better. And once you've done that for a few minutes, you can thank Clauneck. Now, I never banish my temple or banish Clauneck. I simply tell Clauneck that he can enjoy his offerings and he can leave. And with that, you can close the temple simply by clapping your hands 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and saying that the temple is closed. And with that, the dedication is done. Know that you have now dedicated yourself for the next 365 days to become rich with the help of Clauneck. Now, this doesn't mean you have to work with Clauneck every single day, but you want to work with Clauneck often. So that might be once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. But you must work with Clauneck at least once or twice a week. This could be a simple offering, or simply chanting his end, but working with Clauneck for your wealth. You can listen to some of the other videos on my channel on tips and guidance as to working with Clauneck. You can also find further information or become even strongly connected to Clauneck by following and supporting the growth of Clauneck through my Patreon channel, the information of which is in the description box below. Happy New Year. Wishing you all riches, wealth, bliss beyond imagination over the next coming year and beyond. Avalan Esen Clauneck Kia. Hail Clauneck and hail Lucifer.